schedule. I will have things started in just a minute. I'm getting my things pinned everywhere. Why won't you let me pin it? Grr. Grr, I say. Okay. No. There. Okay, now it should be pinned. Hopefully. Alright. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Pretty sure John's already heading to bed. Not sure who will join us. We'll see. I'm undecided on what I want to do. I am undecided if I even want to turn my VTuber model back. I'm so lazy. But it's something for people to look at, so I guess I should turn her back on. Hi! I didn't know if you would pop back up. Wasn't sure what time you'd go to bed. But I ate and I showered, and now I'm here with my Kit Kat drumstick. Because why not? I haven't opened it yet. I should before it starts melting. But I'm just setting stuff up still. We need her amazing personality. Oh, yes, of course. Her personality. Yes, I'm sure that's exactly what you're after. Not likely. You're after much more than her personality, I'm sure. For some reason it's not that. Hello? Okay. She was having a moment. She wasn't responding to my voice. She's still not responding, really. Hello? Alright, she's just being weird, I guess. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, welcome back to the party, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we are here. And we shall see. And why isn't it tracking my mouth? No. It should be tracking my mouth according to my voice and not my mouth movements, so I don't know. Okay, hold on. I gotta do some tweaking, I guess. Tweakity tweakity twoo. She's going places. She looks angry when I'm working on stuff. Hello? Okay. Apparently it reset my stuff and wasn't using my microphone anymore. I don't know what it's doing or why. It's not tracking my lip syncs. Hello. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe I just don't talk loud enough. I don't know. It's not I don't know what's happening. I don't know why she's not working. I give up. She is what she is. She might talk, she might not. I don't know. She's not tracking my mouth movements or my voice. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with her. I don't know. And now she's freaking out again. Oh. Oh, dip. Okay. Sorry. It wouldn't be my stream if things were going smoothly. I'm utterly lost. Okay. Nope, she's doing her thing again, where if I stop moving for too long, she gets all weird. Okay. Hi, friends. I think she's as good as she's gonna get today. And all we can do is pray. Pray to the gods. Okay. I don't know. What should we play? What should we do? I probably should have taken time to try and set up the multi-chat thing again, but I just don't feel like it, so... yeah. Ba 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 ba. Boo. That's okay. You fall asleep to the sound of my voice. After all, I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. Until I feel like giving up, I guess. I thought maybe, just maybe, luck would be on my side for once and send a bigger streamer down upon us. Give me a shout out. I don't know. Oh, I know the amount now, and there's no way in heck we'll ever get the amount we need. So, there's that. But I do know what the loan is now. I do know what's owed on it now. I know the number. Because my mother got in a fight with my father and he spit the number out while I was eating dinner. So I know exactly what it is now. Yeah. Anyway. Here we go. It's $130,000 is what's owed all together between property taxes and the rest of the loan. Yeah. Yeah, many zeros. 4 zeros to be exact. But yeah, 130K. That's how much. So we'll definitely not get that. Not unless I go, like... yeah, exactly. Oof is oof, 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 or... yeah. Okay. So unless I, like, go and, you know, beg on my knees to some multi-millionaire streamer... we're screwed. We're screwed. Oh, she died. She's so shocked by the number that she fucking froze. Okay. She can't. She's having a problem. She's freaking out. She can't wrap her mind around this. Come on. Wakey wakey. Oh no, she's having a seizure again. She did this the other day too. Yeah. I killed her with I killed her with the reveal. She died. And it's terrible when she does this because she straight up twitches. Okay. Alright. I think I fixed her maybe. We'll see. Okay. Had to yeah. Yeah. That's why I said I knew it was futile, but I had to try something anyway. Nobody's money can cover it. Unless I go tell the Roach King. Say, yo, I'll clean your whole house and repair any damage for 130k. I've got enough years of housekeeping experience and enough years of helping my dad on construction. I can do it. I could clean and repair his house. All for 130k. Oh, I killed her again. Stop that. No, no, I'm at a loss. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. We're gonna end up living in a shithole. Oh no, my apple cream. Oh no, it keeps giving me a twitchy eye. Oh, it's not that bad. I've seen far worse houses. Well, I don't know it. I didn't take the loan out. I'm just trying to save the house.
When a man around you tells
a joke. God. Sorry. I opened a YouTube tab. I couldn't decide what we should do. But I brought up the Roach King. So I thought we might watch one of his YouTube videos. Depending on how long this one is. 13 minutes. Not bad. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. Am I eating my ice cream too loud? We can't block the Roach King. Gotta make myself a little smaller. Okay, there we go. Whisper into your ear. What should I say? Beans. Did you hear that? Was that good for you guys? One of you on Twitch and one of you on YouTube. The one on Twitch ain't talking much. Of course, he doesn't really talk much anyway. Did you like that? Did you like me whispering beans to you guys? Hold on. Hold on. I'll full screen it. Oh, now I'm over his face. I gotta fix that. Hold on. I'm on top of the Roach King. That sounded wrong. Let's not say that no more. Hold on. No, that's better. Okay, now we're opposites. Alright. Then we gotta... Okay, that's good already. Here we are. Gonna watch this video. Roach King himself. Except you don't pay for your B-Day gift. I'm covering his chat. Should I move up to the top instead? No, because then it looks weird because I don't have a lower body. I could be up here. Is this okay? Then I'm not blocking his chat. In case anybody wants to see what those weirdos say. Okay. I'm gonna press play now. Let me know if the volume's alright.
First it was Minnesota, and now independent journalist Nick Shirley is hitting the streets
Nick
of California
Shirley.
in a new video that was released this week, digging into potential daycare fraud in the Golden State.
Can we enroll a child into the daycare?
You don't know what's going on.
Well, it said there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California.
Well, then there's California's Medi-Cal program, which covers hospice care in the state. Now, over the past 5 years, you'll see here, Medi-Cal's annual budget has soared. It is now projected to be over $200 billion with a B. But despite all that money spent, Nick says that some...
Surely none of it's being wasted.
Surely.
buildings were left totally empty.
Sorry.
Let's
That
see if
wasn't that
Grandma
funny.
could check
I
herself
killed
into this
her
one.
again.
I'm just trying to be a good grandson. We're knocking the door. No one's coming. We look inside the window.
Empty.
Building.
Yep.
We reached out to several entities that Nick investigated.
Let me
Some-
guess, none of them reached out back.
Some just totally hung up.
Yeah.
Others
No.
didn't answer at all. And we did hear back from California Governor Gavin Newsom's team, who referred us to his post on the press office's X page, which read like this. Wow, Nick Shirley finds potential fraud in Donald Trump's federal Medicare system. Gavin Newsom imposed a moratorium on new hospice licenses beginning in 2021. Well, Newsom's own states...
Why do you have to do that?
Huh?
Retard. Why did you have to do a moratorium on it? I wonder why.
Department of Health. It's the healthcare
I just
services,
made a
I
weird
should say,
noise
is in
with
charge
my
of
ice cream.
monitoring medical fraud. And just last night,
I made my
department
ice
reached out
cream
to us
fart.
with a statement reading in part, quote, California continues to take decisive action regarding hospice fraud. The department remains firmly committed to protecting medical members, strengthening oversight, and
Maybe I should go open a hospice in California.
Appropriately.
No.
Then I'll save
Well,
the
now
house.
independent
Not true.
journalist Nick Shirley joins me now.
I'm on
Nick,
Nick's
I
face.
watched the entire 40-minute video.
Oh no!
I saw when you pulled up
Anime
to a
boobs
supposed
on the
daycare
Mormon
center,
virgin's
and you
face
found
we
young
can't have.
children alone. And you
I
kept
don't know
right,
where to
bro. They
be.
had them out there on the
Over
like,
here.
And the thing is, like, whenever we were kids, we were doing that too. But like, that's not what you're supposed to do at a daycare, right?
saying, where's the worker here with you? Where's the daycare leader?
Yeah.
And there was no one there. Were these kids totally alone? Did you ever find an adult
They
there?
weren't alone. If you watch,
Yes,
Hold on.
daycare those.
they weren't alone. If you watch it, I'm surprised more people haven't pointed it out. At least not that I've seen it all. But if you watch the video they're talking about with the two little boys outside by themselves, if you watch, the one little boy is literally knocking on the wall like 3 times. He like knock, 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 and then he waits, and then he knocks on the wall again. Which leads me to believe that these kids are trained to be like, yo, if anybody shows up, let us know. You might be like, well, kids are too stupid. Well, it's not hard to train a kid to knock on a wall when somebody shows up, right? Like, I'm not crazy. Right? I might be a little crazy, but we're not talking about that. We ain't talking about that right now. We're talking about... I'm pretty sure if you watch that video, that little boy knocks on the wall. Not just randomly, he does it twice. He does it twice and he knocks like 3 or 4 times each time he does it. It's very strange, and it was like the first thing I noticed when I saw the video. Floating around on X. Yeah. Anyway, I'll press play now. Asmon pauses enough as it is.
Kids were completely alone.
How old were
Completely
they?
alone, and it's.
Like three,
I
4?
imagine they're between the ages of 5 to 8 years old.
Oh.
They're completely alone, and keep in mind they're able to have these daycares and like these apartment complexes in the neighborhoods.
Look at this, bro. It's the daycare next to the
Wait, I'm gonna
landfill
cover
next to
his
the
chat.
crackheads.
There's nothing interesting there.
These aren't like
Yep.
the daycares where you'd be sending your kids to. These are people who are taking money from government subsidies to collect.
Yeah,
to
I'm
fund
gonna send my kid to that daycare. You know what this daycare is from? It's from The Walking Dead.
to fund their lifestyles.
You can't even get into that
That's
playground.
unbelievable.
The
And I
trash
felt like
is
I was
blocking the
watching a
gate.
rerun of Minnesota, except no, wait, this was totally different state. It was California. Gavin Newsom has said, you're hyping massive fraud and you came up empty. What do you say in response to that?
So did the hospices.
Well, just go ahead and watch the video. I mean, these hospice
Just
owners are
watch the
driving
video.
around $100,000, $200,000 cars. The people in the video even say that there is fraud happening.
Yeah.
And then you go to a place where they've received over $1 million in funding, and there's nothing to show.
Yep.
Yeah, well, you found a defender in Democratic Senator John Fetterman. I want to play that. Watch this.
Why can't you celebrate any journalist or any, activist doing that? And what, Governor Newsom put out a disgusting video implying that he's, a pedophile or he's that. Like, why? That's
I like
kind
John
of a
Fetterman.
smear. Shouldn't we?
Isn't it crazy that this guy just being reasonable makes him more unpopular than basically any candidate in history as a Democrat? The moment that he's like, well, why can't we just go after fraud?
Agree,
Why can't we just get rid of
eliminate
fraud?
all the waste.
Racist?
What do you make of that? John Fetterman
I
defending
made
your
my
work
ice
there.
cream party bean.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This
I
is
think
a
John
serious
Fetterman,
video.
He's one of the Democrats that has common sense.
He does.
And Gavin Newsom, he had the opportunity to say, okay, thank you for exposing this fraud. Now let's go down and crack down on it.
Get the
Instead,
rats.
he comes after the person for exposing the fraud. It's not
Well, you
too
see,
hard to...
that's because Gavin Newsom is an overgrown child, and when you call out a child, all they know how to do is lash out and throw a temper tantrum and insult people. That's why that's his only response. It's because it's the only one he can come up with. Because he is a man-child. And man-children don't know how to fight. Not with words, not with their fists, not with logic. They're kind of like angry chickens, really. Just all claws and flapping. Nothing else.
say fraud is bad, let's fix it. And that's what Fetterman is saying. He said it's bad
it's
anywhere.
obviously
If I were to go to
bad.
any
That
state
good
in America,
ASMR
you'd
for
be
you.
able to find fraud. It so happens to be that a large portion of this fraud
The
is
reason
taking...
why John Fetterman falls off on this side is because he advocates for Americans generally. I'm not saying the guy is perfect, but he
It's
tries
because
to
he's
put
what
American interests
Democrats used to be. A long time ago. That's why.
first. And so whenever he gets a lot of opposition from the Democratic Party, it's because the Democratic Party has been taken over by foreigners that want to subvert America and inject their third world ideology into it. That's the reason why.
place in Democrat-ran cities and states.
Yeah.
Madge, are you still there? eBay J. I'm not calling you by your Twitch name. I refuse. My girl froze again. Oh my god, somebody help her. She's frozen. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. There's a national fraud commission that's looking into this. You posted
There should
this
be.
after your video hit. You said, after last night,
Good, I just
and the
wanna make
constant
sure you were
doxing
still
attempts
there.
and threats from people who want to attack me, largely
That's
due
right.
to politicians and leftist hate-filled rhetoric as I
Oh,
expose
yeah.
billion-dollar fraud
Oh,
schemes
yeah.
stealing from taxpayers, I've decided it's time to raise money for security costs. What happened?
Because I ain't talking about his... I don't talk about Don't talk about extra skin. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so people try to dox my location live, especially, and a lot of times when I go to these cities now, it sucks because I'll go to a city, I'll go be out filming, someone will take a photo, some activists, some left-wing activists will then take a photo, put me in a Reddit group chat. This happened to me in Baltimore. It just happened this last weekend in California. And they say run Nick Shirley out, or they'll say if you see Nick Shirley, it's on site. And so
I don't know why those people don't just get arrested. Like in a civilized society, you just arrest those people.
Yeah,
and
they're
then the
putting him
problem
in
would go
danger.
away.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I have no problem with somebody
Poor
saying,
little
"Hey,
guy.
this guy's here. I don't like him." I don't think there's anything wrong with that, really. But at the same time, whenever you're saying it's on site, like, what are we doing here? Like, everybody knows what that means because Reddit protects them. No, it's not Reddit, because Reddit banning them wouldn't matter. What needs to happen is they have to go to jail. You have to put the people that are making open calls to violence against people for political reasons, you have to put those people in jail, and you have to keep them there. And that way it sets an example for everybody else that this is not acceptable, reasonable behavior that a first world Western country tolerates.
It's not.
That's the reason why. There's no reason for us to have to put up with these animals.
I'm always worried every time Nick Shirley goes out and does a video. I'm like, that poor young man. He's in danger out there.
Done.
So this has happened in multiple cities. Had money for security after Minnesota. That money went down to pretty much nothing. So
Sorry, I'm pausing right after it has been paused. But really, it's sad that that's the state we're living in. Where I'm like, I'm so scared of this poor young man going out and doing his videos and someone hurting him over it. Like, whether you agree with him or not, you shouldn't want any harm to come to someone so young. Like, he's like, I think he's younger than our sweet baby boy Ben. I'm pretty sure. I can't. You know, I'm at the age. I'm a decade older than this boy. I'm a decade older than him. And I'm sitting here like, oh God, what if something happens to him?
Unfortunately, I had to raise funds again to be able to have security to be able to go film these videos. To film one of these videos now, I used to be able to film these videos without security. Now it costs anywhere from the last hospice video cost $15,000 to go film because I had to have security for 3 days to go film this video. And so it's extremely hard to go out and do that. So I asked my fans and viewers if they could help me out with that security cost.
Yeah, and they can find that information on your X page.
I would help you find money, Nick, but I'm broke
you're
as
just in your
fuck.
20s. How you do this?
Whole reason I'm doing this stream is because I need money.
Minnesota, I mean, Governor Walz said he's not running for office after your explosive reporting.
He's exposing fraud? Well, that's the reason, and this is another form of terrorism, really, is that they're trying to terrorize this person to make them afraid from being able to speak out or say anything about this problem. Like, that's basically what they're doing.
John?
Is that this is the reason why a lot more people like Nick Shirley aren't out there, is that most people don't have the resources, the mindset, or any sort of mentality to go up against such a massive opposition of people that will just flagrantly and blatantly break the law to hurt you and then suffer zero consequences for it, which just further emboldens them to do it even more. That's what's going on. That's what's happening.
And I have a soundbite I want to play. It's your background and what makes Nick Shirley Nick Shirley. Let's play it.
Okay.
I started making videos more politically based after I had returned back from a 2-year mission for my church, and I had $0. So when I came home back from that trip, I worked for an entire month. I power washed
not the
houses, and my goal
halfie.
was to make $10,000
Not
in
the
cash.
half-a-sheet.
And so then I then took that $10,000 in cash and used that to funnel my YouTube channel for the first 3 months until I could actually make a profit. Even on when I went on my mission trip, I was still making videos, interviewing people about Jesus in Spanish.
So your faith has motivated you, hasn't it?
Yeah, and more so than anything, it's kept me on the straight and narrow, and it's kept me on a good path to be able to go do what I want to do.
Well, love learning about your background. It's extraordinarily impressive.
It's ridiculous this is happening to him.
In your young 20s.
It is.
Thanks
It's
so much,
absolutely
Nick Shirley.
ridiculous.
Well, Well, President.
Yeah, no, I what's this here? The rockets, the drone attacks. I don't know. Like, this is some person that wants to argue about the Iran war. I'm just gonna perm ban you. I don't want to hear about it. We're not talking about that right now. So what I think needs to happen is that these people that go out and they advocate for violence, they advocate for, you know, like hitting somebody or interrupting them or running them out of the city or anything like that. Like, these people need to get held accountable. Like, if I was ever in charge of the government, the first thing that I would do is I would crack down massively on these people. Like, I would go after them like the Old fucking Testament. Like, any of these advocators for violence, and if the websites allowed it to happen, I'd go after the websites too. I'd go after the individuals that were allowing it and making decisions. I would try to hold them accountable. And again, maybe I wouldn't prosecute them. Maybe I wouldn't be able to prosecute them, but the process is the punishment. And so I would just drag them through the legal process over and over and over and make it as painful and unpleasant for them as possible. And the problem is that this is the big issue with what happens is that a lot of conservatives are
I know I should
unwilling
pause
to play
again, but I
dirty.
don't want to
And
interrupt.
because they're not willing to play dirty, they lose. Because playing dirty has advantages, and that's the reason why people do it. So the problem is that conservatives don't actually activate the levers of control that I think that they should, because they're afraid
the
that
rest of this is
Democrats
just
will do
him
it instead
ranting.
of that. If I do it, then they'll do it.
So we might
They'll do it anyway.
find something
They're
else to
already
watch.
doing it. They're already advocating to kill people. They're already burning down cars. They're already...
Yeah. I'll find something else. Or we can go game. I don't know. I know, but I gotta get back on my side of the screen, I think. It's weird being on this side. Unless you like me over here. You like me on this side of the screen? Do I look nice over here on this side? I don't know. What was I doing? I'm dying. What can I react to on YouTube that won't get me in trouble? That's the question. I should hardcore game. Oh god. A snake that hates Markiplier. Well, of course he did. He is married to the director's wife. The director's wife is his wife. Well, we'll pick something to game. Pick something to game. Pick something to play. I can't win my life anymore. If I was feeling pretty, I'd turn my camera off and just turn my model off and just be on camera, but I don't feel pretty right now. I feel frumpy. Anyway. You used Mark to trick some of your coat? What do you mean? What'd you do? How dare you use him like that? How dare you be using him that way? I think Mark was probably my first ever, like, content creator crush. I started watching him when he had like, I think I started watching him when he was like just under 300 subscribers or something like that. I froze again. Okay. She's having issues. Help! Somebody send help. She's broken. Okay. Yeah. I remember last year when you were sick and dying. It seems like such a weird thing to say. I remember last year when you were sick and dying. What is wrong with her? What are you doing? Sorry, she's getting on my nerves now. She's pissing me off. Stop it. Oh, God, I don't... She's gonna make me turn her off is what she's gonna do. Now you listen here, Chewy. Bitch. My God. What is happening? Sorry, I'm trying to fix her. Ain't nothing working. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Okay. She might be fixed. Don't know. Don't know why she keeps tilting her head when I'm not tilting my head. Anyway. She's broken all the time, I guess. Anyway. Okay. Back to what I was doing, reading your messages. I used a picture of him. Oh yeah, I remember. I saw that post. And I was like, what is he doing? This is not a sign to use my real face. I will not. People see enough of my real face if they follow my Instagram. And even then, I barely post there. So, you know. If you want to see this VTuber's face, go to Instagram. I don't hide my face. Everyone knows what I look like. Why does it constantly have my head tilted? My head isn't tilted. Oh well. Anyway, I must have bad posture. Let's see. I'm not going to use my real face. I refuse to use my real face. I refuse! Nobody wants to see that shit show anyway. Oh no, she's broken again. I moved too much. I don't know what to do with this girl. She's just all kinds of broken. All kinds of broken. Plus, I'm not dressed to be on camera. Double it to show feet. I want to show feet. No feety feets for anybody. We don't show our feet around here. Well, I mean, not really, because I knew it wasn't you from the moment I saw it, the post online. I was like, wait a minute, why is he posting a picture of Mark? You guys might both have long hair, but you don't look anything alike. I'm not showing armpit, I'm not showing feet, I ain't showing nothing. I guess so, I don't know. I've never deleted a message in YouTube chat before, so I don't know. Anyway, I guess I should pick something to do. Gotta move my flip her back around. There we go. Okay. I know you both well enough. Just because I don't see your face all the time doesn't mean I don't have your face memorized, even with weight loss. I know your face. I know your face well. Wow, he really changed in that hospital bed. Hi, Giggles. Are you holding my hand? It's very sweet. Hi, Raz. Stop! No! I need my hands! There's a dog demanding love right now. There's two dogs demanding love right now. Oh, puppy dog. Hey, whoa. She's hitting the mic with her head. Just a bit. The weight loss changed him so much he became half Asian. Pretty sure that's not how weight loss works. Pretty sure if I lose weight, I'll still be white. I'll still be Irish. Hi, baby. You got something in your eye. Hold still. There you go. I love this dog. Okay. Your coworkers confuse you for Asian? What? But you don't look Asian at all. What? Wow. People are just so weird. People are weird. I don't see how anyone could look at you and think, ah, Asian man. I see you, Bubby. I need my hand for my mouse, though. I do. Nah! You're so demanding. Oh, I love you too, baby. She's... You're distracting me from my stream by being so cute. No, I can't pick you up. No, no picky uppies right now. You're too big for that anyway. You're not a puppy anymore. What do you smell on my arm? Smell cat? Was there a cat on me earlier? Yes, there was. That's weird. That's really weird. Because to me, you don't look Asian at all. Not even a little bit. Then again, I spend a lot of time looking at Asian men. Okay, we're just gonna move on. High five! Yeah! Okay. Sorry, I had to give my dog a high five. A five. I can't speak. A high five. Alright, boys and girls, what should we play? Should I just mess around on Dragon's Dogma 2? Kill some monsters? Should I... bum 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 bum. What else do I have? Let's open the Steam library. Take a look-see. I don't feel like playing Where Winds Meet again yet. So let's see. Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't updated it yet, so can't play that right now. I have the better Asian male. Yeah, see, when I look at you, I definitely see that what you are. I don't have Marvel Rivals, and it's not my type of thing anyway. I don't do multiplayer first-person shooters and hero shooters and battles. I don't do that stuff. I'm bad at that stuff. I don't do competitive PvP games. It's not my thing. Gross. What's gross? See, clear obscure. Divinity 2. Developers Cut. Divinity Original Sin. Divinity Original Sin 2. Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. We got the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Excuse me? Did you just knock stuff out of my can, man? Cursed game. What is cursed? This is cursed. That is cursed. I don't know. Huh? I don't have Divinity Dragon Commander. I have Divinity 2, Divinity Original Sin, and Divinity Original Sin 2. Those are the ones I have. Rivals is a gross game. Oh my. That's a take. I won't disagree though. Everyone has their own taste. That's fine. The only time I'd ever tell someone to no, I still wouldn't say that. The only time I'd tell someone to go screw themselves is if they ever said Dragon Age Origins was a bad game. Then they can go shove it where the sun don't shine. You can marry a skeleton. You can have sex with a skeleton in Divinity Original Sin 2. I haven't gotten through. I had started that on my PlayStation, a playthrough of romancing him, but I didn't finish. So, how do you bone a skeleton? Easy. Just pick one. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Somebody clip that. Post it. Bring in the people. Make me famous. Yeah. Origins was, chef's kiss. I mean, if you wanna. No, if you bone a skeleton, you just pick one. You pick one. Pick a piece. It's all bone, you know? Anyway, back to what we were doing. So we got Oblivion, the remaster. We've got Skyrim. We've got my horsey game. We've got Farthest Frontier. Got the garden game that you gave me. A bunch of these aren't installed right now because I never reinstalled them after switching my graphics card and switching my storage devices around. Hogwarts Legacy. House Flipper. Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That needs an update though, and I haven't done that yet. Someday. Yeah. No, Dragon Age Origins was a one of a kind. It was a brilliant game. And we'll just never recover that. I mean, Dragon Age 2 gets a lot of hate, but it wasn't as bad as the hate it was given, in my opinion. It's definitely not as good as the first game, obviously, but it didn't deserve as much hate as it got. Dragon Age Inquisition is like, it's kind of between being good enough. Like, I like the game and I've played through it a lot. I've played through all the Dragon Age games. But there were inklings of what it would become in Inquisition. But yeah. As far as, like, I think that period of, like, I had just said it the other day to, I think it was on one of, I think it was on one of LD's videos, or it was the background in PC. It was one of those two. I watch all of their videos, so I get mixed up or not. But anyway, I commented on how my favorite period of games, as far as, like, art style, graphics, gameplay, you know, all that. As far as that goes, like evolutions in game, my favorites are probably any games that came out between 2010 and 2015. Like right there was like a sweet spot for us. And before that, classic games, nostalgia, wonderful. You know, obviously, because one of my favorite games ever was Haunted Ground. That came out in 2005. Resident Evil 4, also from back then. You know, but when we're speaking strictly like achievements in gameplay and graphics and like the look of games in 2010 to 2015, that's like my sweet spot. Like, if we had just stopped there, it would have been great. Because now it's like everyone's just focused on chasing photorealism and nobody cares about the gameplay or the mechanics anymore or the writing or anything. It's just like, oh, how good can we make our game look? And I hate it. Because then you got all these players that can't play because all the prices of, you know, computer parts are freaking ridiculous. So then half the people that would play your game aren't going to play it because they just can't. They can't run it. And these games come out broken out of the gate. Like, I can forgive some bugs because it happens. I mean, look at Skyrim. It had bugs that they never even fixed because people just accepted it. But I just, ugh. Well, I don't play weird games like you do, so I don't even know what that game is. I'm not saying that we don't get good games. We do still get good games, but most of the time, they're not from the big names. They're not from the AAA developers. They're from the little guys. I'm speaking strictly on the chase of photorealism in games, like the graphics. Strictly on that. Not talking about all that. Like, there are people out there that can still write. I'm aware. And there are people that do still care about gameplay and mechanics. But I'm talking strictly this chasing of photorealism. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, look at my chatting image. It's a screenshot from Where Winds Meet. That game's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous game. I do like pretty scenery. But I also have a butt ton of screenshots from Dragon Age Inquisition in particular, where it's just landscape screenshots that I use for background. And that game looks just fine, as it was. And that game came out forever ago. You know? Yeah. There was a time when I would have killed to work for one of the big AAA companies. But not anymore. Now I'd rather work for a slightly smaller one. I mean, I guess at this point, like, people keep saying that Larian's, like, teetering on the edge of AAA. I still think they're AA, just because they have that feel. I'd kill to work for Larian. They're probably my favorite. BioWare has failed me. They're dead to me now. Like a husband who cheats. Dead to me. Yeah. Hi, Riz. But I really like... I wish I was rich and I could bring my game idea to life. I'm sure people would love it because I am coming from a place as someone who loves games. I'm not one of those pretenders. One of those people that thinks the modern audience exists because it don't. I mean, where is the modern audience when you release your games? Because you're catering to people that don't exist. I wouldn't call Baldur's Gate 3 a AAA game, though. Just because I don't consider Larian a AAA studio. They're AA. Actually, they're an S tier. Larian's S tier. They're not even AAA. They're S tier. S tier developers. Okay. But, no, I'm really disappointed in a lot of people. I'm so sad. Do 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 do. Still haven't picked a game to play. No, don't you know that was Skull and Bones? Don't you know? Ubisoft said so. Jesus. What I wouldn't give to be that delusional. Delusion's a hell of a drug. But, yeah. John, you gotten any good clips from the stream? You said you'd start making clips for me. BG3 has lots of skulls and bones. Indeed. Lots of blood. I'm surprised by all the people that were so offended by their game trailer. Like, oh my god, that's so dirty. I'm like, hello, it's Larian. Of course it's depraved. Okay. You do not. It should be like right under the video. There should be like a little clip button. Pretty sure. Yeah, there's like if you look under the video, there's, you know, the like button and share button, and there's a clip button. Depending on if you're on mobile or not. At least that's what it looks like on mobile. It's like, dislike, share, clip, save. Don't you report me. I'll beat your ass. They had you F. See, that didn't happen with me. There was no bear effing. There was no bear effing for me. They give you options. But yeah, I'm not sure what to play. We hadn't decided. Good gravy. Gotta do something. Of course, it's still just the two of you in here. All the male characters wanted you. Well, you know you're irresistible sometimes. I don't know. Did Madge Fuka Bear? I think currently all of where, if I remember correctly, yeah, all the male characters are in the. In fact, Halston tried to convince me to get into a poly relationship with him and Gale. And I was like, I appreciate that, but I don't think Gale would like it. So for my next playthrough, I'll definitely go for the tree hugging daddy. We'll go for him. Tree hugging bear daddy. Anyway. I haven't done a run for Asterion either, but I might. But after tree hugging daddy. Okay. Oh no, now I only have one viewer. Did Madge leave me? Nope, that's not what he said when I asked him about the threesome with me and he got upset when I told him what Halston said. He got upset. Gale didn't like it. In fact, he made me choose. He's like, you're either with me or you're not, basically. And I was like, well, dude, I was just telling you what he said. I wasn't saying I wanted to. Jesus. I would never. That's too much man for me. One at a time. Telling me I'm not smooth? Rude. I didn't want to be smooth with it because I didn't want it. I don't need three. I don't need a three. I don't need two men. I'm good with one. I'm a one-man kind of girl. Except I'm not a girl. I'm a woman. Anyway. I'm a woman. Oh, I don't know. I gotta open something. We gotta play something. I'm just gonna open a game. I don't need a threesome. I don't even have a one-some. Did they? Did they tell you that? You're making things up? Of course, this stream ain't going very well. And I don't think we're gonna get any money. Definitely not gonna hit the goal. Oh boy. I wish I could save the house. I don't want a one-some. I know I could have one, but I don't want one. I don't do that. I don't feel the need. I don't feel the urge. Once in a while, baby. I get lonely sometimes. I'll get lonely once in a while. She froze. She's upset with me. Yeah, 1%. And I didn't even have it turned up to what it... The boo. And my dog's harassing me. I think she wants to go outside again. Do you wanna go potty? Huh? You wanna go potty? She does. She reacted. I asked her and she was like, yeah, let's go. So I guess I gotta go take them potty. But I have decided I'm going to try and stream at least 2 hours every day going on. I don't know if I should be envied for being a weirdo. I mean, I just talked to... Would you be patient, please? Oh god, they're getting crazy. That is the opposite of patient. I don't know, I was talking to somebody the other day and, she was trying to figure out how to say this. Basically, I've had this conversation before, and it's hilarious because the other females I talk to almost always have the same exact response, and it's hilarious. But I was talking to this other woman, and she was talking about, you know, how it's been like several months for her. You know, like several months. And she's like, it's so hard. And I'm like, I think you'll be okay. I think you'll live. I was like, for some people, it's been years. And she just stares at me and she's like, are you okay? Like, it just happened. They can't believe it. Like, I remember back when I had my, when I had to take the test for my pituitary gland, they had me do a blood test and pee test and all that. And then the chick asked me about if it was possible if I was pregnant. You know? She asked me if it was possible. Send Jim your way. No, thank you. I will not send my friends your way. Anyway. But yeah, she asked me if I had been, you know, like, active in that way, and if it was possible I was pregnant. And I was like, well, that'd be a heck of a miracle, considering, because at the time I was like, considering it's been like a decade. She's like, what? And I was like, it's been at least 9 years. You know, if not more than that, you know, at the time. And she was like, oh, okay, well, then I guess that rules that out. But then she went and did a pregnancy test for me anyway. And then the doctor came in and he's all like, so your pregnancy test came back negative. And I was like, what pregnancy test? He's like, oh, well, she ran one for you, you know, just in case. I was like, I literally told her that I have not been sexually active in like 9 years. And he's like, what? And I was like, I told her that it was impossible. I was like, so I guess she didn't believe me. Which is quite rude. I mean, I can understand the shock, but like, I'm there to figure out what's wrong with me. Why on earth would I lie to her about something like that? Like, I was a woman in, you know, I'm like, I'm a woman in my 30s. Why would I lie? Like, I'm not a shy kid. Like, oh god, I can't have people knowing I'm having sex. Oh no! But it wasn't like that at all. Well, I don't know how to say this without sounding mean. Like, she's friends with me, even though she knows I like to game, but she absolutely abhors gamer guys, so she would never date you. She doesn't date guys that play video games. Which is why I told her that she probably has such a small pool to choose from, because most guys these days play games to some extent. But yeah, she doesn't... She will not date a gamer dude. I have another friend who's like that too. She doesn't go for guys that game either. They just have something against gamer guys. So unless you're willing to give up your games. Sometimes I look right at my camera, but it looks like she's looking away from the camera. I don't think that'll happen. She's, you know, my age. And as far as I know, she's never dated a guy that plays games. She's sticking to her guns pretty well. I don't know about that, John. I think she might just refuse to date you just because you used the word Riz. I know I would. I will not date men who use modern lingo. That's probably why I'm single. The men I like to date don't exist anymore. I had to make a sad face for a second. I wish she had a tear face. Maybe I can figure out how to make that expression for her. Make a crying face for her. She doesn't have a crying face. She got heart eyes and stuff, but she doesn't have... I can't make her cry. And then half the time my hand gestures don't work anyway. There we go. Okay. I have one that does like shadows over her face, but I can't ever remember how to do that one. I guess my pleading face is close to being sad face. I don't know. Oh, that's what the shadow face is. I forgot my gestures for that one. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. My ex-sister-in-law's here to pick up her kids. Shh, babies. I know, I said I was gonna go take these dogs out, but then I haven't. Looks like I'm flipping the camera off because I'm trying to get this gesture to work. It's not working. There we go. My middle fingers. That's what triggers the gesture for that one. You got this one. Ew, I think she brought her boyfriend with her. Gross. We better not come in our house. I'll kill him. I don't trust that man. I don't trust that man around my niece and nephew. Anyway. Well, I guess I'll wait until she leaves before I take my dogs out. Hi. I can't believe you're here. Hi. Welcome. We're just chilling, talking. I was gonna game, but I couldn't pick anything. And then the dogs started begging to go out. So, gonna do that soon. That's the plan. How are you? Yeah, they're very needy, they are. Doggies always need something. These two aren't quite as chill as Banjo was, so they're a bit more pushy. Oh, geez. Speaking of, hi. You're gonna knock my mic all over the place. It's a long story. Not a good one. He somehow ended up in the neighbor's garage, and they called a lady, and she came and picked him up and took him to the shelter. And it was on the weekend. Her finding him and calling the lady, and the lady coming to pick him up, all happened in less than an hour. I know because I commented on the lady's post about him, saying, "That's my dog, I'll come over and get him, I'm your next door neighbor." And by that time he was already gone. And then they had him all weekend. And then they made a bunch of posts on Facebook about how I'm an animal abuser, and that he wasn't born blind, but my neglect made him blind. Even though that's, as you know, nonsense. You knew him, he was blind. But yeah, they had this whole story, and they wouldn't give him back to me. And then, as far as I know, they put him down that weekend. So, yeah, I never got to say goodbye to him or anything. Yeah, I still don't know how he ended up in her garage, because he never left the yard, ever. Like, he was blind. How would he... I don't know how he would even get all the way over there without someone with him. So... like, he had our yard memorized, of course, but that was it. But my sister and my brother-in-law were living here at the time. Oh, I was just updating my friend on what happened to my old dog, Banjo. I'm not even sure if John remembers Banjo. Because I think I met... yeah. Because I think I met you, John, the same year I lost Banjo, I'm pretty sure. Or it was the year after. I don't know. It's been a while, though. Yeah, okay. I kind of thought you might. It's weird talking to people on multiple platforms when I don't have my multi-chat set up. I'll figure that out eventually, I promise. That way it doesn't look like I'm talking to myself. Talking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that guy. Somewhat. He was kind of weird. Jeez! Razzie! Chill, baby. We need the chats. I'll figure it out, I promise. Before the next stream, I'll get this multi-chat thing working. I promise. I'll figure it out. Gosh, that was so long ago. I feel so old. Not really. Not like lady lingo. Thanks. I appreciate. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I get told I'm old all the time, though. When people figure out how old I am, anyway. Most people can't figure out how old I am, though. So. I'll just start lying about my age. Cursed baby face. Oh, thanks, John. Young and beautiful. Well, kinda. I mean, my body has betrayed me. Still got the face. The rest of it needs work. Yeah, we were talking to a real estate agent a couple summers ago. And oh, thanks. Well, we were talking to this real estate agent, and she turns and looks at she's talking to my parents about things, and then she looks at me and she's like, yeah, and you're gonna be out of school soon, aren't you? You know, summer vacation and all that. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, you're gonna graduate this next year. And I'm like, ma'am, I've been out of school for over a decade. My mom looks at her and she's like, she's 32. My mom's like, she's 32. And the lady's like, she's like, damn, girl, you got good genes. I was like, thanks. I was like, the fact that I'm super short and have this voice probably doesn't help any either. I get that stuff all the time. Like, we go to the little pantry down in Merlin all the time, and there's a lady that works behind the cash register, and like, she gets super excited every time I come in. She's like, there's my favorite person with the cutest voice ever. She's like my biggest fan ever. And she just found out, like, the time before last how old I actually am. She thought I was like 19. I was like, no. No, I'm almost in my mid-30s. I was like, geez, if people think I'm like 19 now, they must have thought I was like 12 when I was in high school. Good jeans and looking good in jeans. I don't know about that, John. I'm not sure about that one. I don't wear jeans very often anymore. I just... It's like they're uncomfortable now. I wear a lot of skirts and like basketball shorts. If I'm not wearing a skirt, I'm wearing basketball shorts. Basically. Yeah, well, that's been a while. It's been a while, John, since anybody saw a full body picture of me. The last full body picture people saw of me, they said they could faint because it was the famous purple dress. The purple dress. Everybody around me still makes jokes about that dress. They're like, oh, like the purple dress. And I'm like, please, stop. I scared myself just as much in that dress, don't you? I picked it because it was pretty in purple. I had no idea it was gonna do that. The legendary purple dress. Oh, yes. It's still in my closet. Maybe one day for a stream I'll put it. The purple dress. It will go down in history. Legendary. Yes, I wore it to my my talent thing, my Talent Inc. show. In Orlando, they had a red carpet event, and I wore the purple dress for the red carpet event. And then I posted it on my Instagram and on Facebook, and like, I don't have like, you know, I'm not flat chested anymore, but that dress made me look like an anime character, basically. Basically, the dress made me look like my VTuber here. Yeah. But it made me look like my VTuber model, basically. And people just bring it up all the time. Yeah, I had it as my banner on Facebook for a little while. But then I replaced myself with my dogs because they're much better to look at. But yeah, I'm not sure if I left it on there or if I took it down because I got tired of people talking about the purple dress. But it was my banner for a little bit. But yeah, I took it down after a while because I was like, please stop talking about the purple dress. People are messaging me about the purple dress. And I was like, no more purple dress. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I removed it. Because I was like, no, nobody needs to see this. I'm like, my friends and family are on there. But yeah, somebody posted a gif like in the comments as a reaction. It was literally them, just a person fainting, and I was like, Jesus, please. Yeah, I just like, I bring up the dress when everybody's like, you mean like, I'm like, yes, the purple the purple dress did it all. Had to run from the purple dress. Anyway, I guess I should take these dogs out before it gets much later. Especially when Giggles is getting the toots. And he could gas someone to death. So, I guess I'll end things here. I streamed a total of like 6 hours today between the two streams. So, somewhere around there. Might be 5. I don't know. Wanna see it pay up. I told you, John, we don't want simps here. We just want a nice, honest, friendly community. And that's all. That's all we want. I'm gonna probably end the stream and take my dogs out, and then I will. Well, that's good. Maybe you can stop by tomorrow when I stream, because I plan on streaming tomorrow evening at some point. I might do like a late night stream again. I kind of like that. More people seem to be available. Ooh, ramen. That's still the thing about Grants Pass. We don't have any decent Japanese place. All the Japanese places that open here that are really good end up closing. Jelly. You'll have to let me know how that goes. I can't remember the last time I had nice, authentic ramen. Had some really nice Japanese food in Orlando, though. That stuff was amazing. Best Japanese food I've ever had in the US. Exciting. It's always exciting to try new yummy food. I see, John. The problem with that and being one of those female streamers that lies about relationships is that I don't know. Like, it always comes to bite them in the butt later on. Like, every time I've seen something like that, where they pretend like this parasocial relationship with their viewers, it always blows up in their face later. So I think if I ever became big, I would probably still be I would probably be honest about it. No good comes from lying. Anyway, I keep getting distracted. I'm gonna take these dogs out. Razzie's currently resting on my knee, on my leg, staring at me. So, as I call it, it's the poop stare. She stares at me like that when she's gotta go. So, I'm gonna say goodnight. Thanks for stopping by. I hope to see people again tomorrow. Not entirely sure what time tomorrow I'll start, but I usually always announce beforehand. Nighty night. Thanks for coming. Bye.